I'm looking a little 1920s right now. There we go. I have absolutely no makeup on. I went to get my hair cut even shorter, and I'm going to fix it right here in front of y'all. So I do look a little 1920s right now, but that's okay. I had to get on here and say, hello, I've missed you all. I have been reading every single one of your comments. For those I've been able to get back to, consider yourselves rather lucky, because for every one that I got to, there was like 20 more that I didn't get to. But I do thank you all for your love and support. And I'm back, so things happen that way. You can go to the hospital for a week and come home and it's like you never left. But I did leave for a week, and I came home and I feel like I am more validated, and thank you, Joseph Sandoval. I am more validated in the choices that I'm making, with the freedom of finding my own self. Now that my dad has been gone, as you already know, I'm not going to harp on that. But I feel this sense of, I don't want to say, not accomplishment, but not a freedom, but a sense of blessing in a way. That, my dad, he was my life. I was the center of his universe, and without me, that guy wouldn't have made it very far. But to be where I am now, with the situation with my dad and the way it's affected me personally, I've really, really just tried to kind of wash that aside, because I had to worry about how it affected my kids. And ultimately, I threw myself into work, and when the kids were here, it was just like absolute chaos. Long story short, we're all in therapy, and we're all doing really, really well. But throwing myself into work, I am 100% hardcore still Limelight. Like, I make a lot of money with Limelight, and I love the products. And when I do these conventions or these one-on-ones or these get-togethers with women for brunches or whatever, I'm killing it in the Limelight scene. Killing it. Well, I picked up Modere. I read a lot about the products. Like I said, they were given to me to try, and within weeks, my labs were great. But nobody ever told me that I didn't need to be taking some of the medications I was taking. And so ultimately, it was kind of a party foul on one of my doctor's behalf, my cardiologist, whom I'd never had to see before. I didn't understand why I was at the cardiologist, but I was, and I was like, all right, we'll go with it. And he was like, I want you to take this, and I want you to do this, and that. I'm like, dude, like, I don't have problems with blood pressure. Like, what am I doing here? Well, essentially, long story short, the medication that he gave me dropped my blood pressure, like, bottom down. I was passed out. My kids found me, Cordelia found me. I lost hours out of that night. I remember sitting down to watch Housewives of Atlanta, and the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital. So, and from that hospital, they had to transfer me via ambulance to another hospital, because they didn't have the stuff equipped at that one hospital to take care of me. And then a week later, here I am. So, very good story. Needless to say, I'm off a lot of medications. So the only medications that I take now are the medications that I take for depression, and the medication I take to put me to sleep, and my anxiety medication. So I do not take any medications for healthcare problems anymore whatsoever. Modere has completely just renewed my life. And for my husband to sit there and listen to this endocrinologist, like he didn't have no hair, but he was literally scratching his head like, what are you doing? He was like, you're like aging in reverse. He's like, and all the things that were wrong with you, he was like, your body is fixing itself. I said, it sure is. It's fixing itself. All right. Get me out of here so I can get back to my products. So I was able to take all of my supplements. They had absolutely no problem with me taking my supplements. But the stuff that needed to be refrigerated, I wasn't at the Hilton, so I couldn't ask for a refrigerator. So I had to kind of deal with not having my mineral supplements, my aloe vera, my trim, or my BioCell. But I've been doubling up on that shit since I've been home, and I'm excited. So as you can tell, I've got a little weird hairdo going on here. Hey, Vanessa. So I went and I chopped all the back of my hair off. I wanted it all gone. I wanted it all gone. The shorter, the better. It's easier for me to fix. I hate spending so much time on my hair. I'd rather spend it on my face. So, went to the lady and I said, here's Kate Monig. I gave her 3 pictures this time. I was like, I want the side to look like this, my bangs to look like this, and the back of my hair to look like this. Okay, if we morph these 3 together, and my hairstylist is phenomenal. She's amazing. She cracks me up. She's like, oh, who beat you up? Because I have a lot of like blown veins and stuff. And I'm bruised everywhere. It looks like I got beat up or ran over by a car. And I told her what had happened. And she was like, oh my God, lady. Oh my God. She's funny. So we're going to get ready today. Be the first day I've gotten ready since I've been home. And y'all, when I send you somewhere and I say, hey, they got some hair care specials going on, y'all need to go. Because I just stocked up on what would have normally been 20, 40, 60, $80 worth of stuff. And I paid $32 for stuff that would have cost $80. 4 products too. 4 products would have cost $80. Hey, Danielle. And I just got them for $32. So I just came back. I've already sprayed my, it's not something that I do right before I do my hair. I do it when I get out of the shower and I put my leave-in conditioner in. I put heat therapy on my hair. So even though you see smoke, it's just because my hair's still a little wet from the hair salon. So today's the first day I've been out of my bed. I did it for a day, and I'm not good at bed rest. Like, I'm one of those people that's like, get me the F out of here. I could be doing so much more with my life. Like, why am I on bed rest? But my blood pressure was stupid low, like crazy low. I think the lowest it got was 64 over 51. And when they took me to the hospital, I was bottomed out at, I think, 87 over 40 something. And even now, it's still running low. I'm like, when I checked it before I came in here, it was 111 over 57. But I'm going to be good. I'm not going to try to get riled up. And I'm going to do what I do. If the good Lord takes me, I'm ready. Got a lot of people up there that I would love to see. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do my hair. All right. So, as y'all know, I like to wear my hair very messy. Like, I tell them purposely, if my hair is cut even, you're not doing your job right. And I only cut my hair with razors. Razor cut only. Like, I waited for that Asian lady to come back from lunch. I pulled in as she was leaving. And I said, oh my God, where are you going? She's like, I'm so hungry. I said, I'm going to wait for you. She said, she might be able to do, but I don't think so. So I went in and I was nice. And they know me there. And I asked the other lady, I said, do you know how to do my hair razor cut like the other lady? She says, well, I do razor cut on the ends. I said, no, like no scissors, razor cut all the way. Oh, no, I don't know how to do that. And I said, okay, well, I'll wait. So I went and had a salad while I was waiting for my lady to come back. All right, so I've straightened the part of my hair that I want straight. Now remember, I have naturally curly hair, and I know y'all can't see it, but my hair is like short. But I love it. It's easier to fix. I wore my hair spiky for a gazillion years, and I am loving that I can just get up and do my hair. The shorter it is, the better. So, like I said, I've been going to TGF hair cutters forever. My hair color specialist works for a totally different company. But for my cutting, I follow this lady wherever she goes. And I used to work for TGF hair cutters a gazillion years ago. And, you know, it's not about the company. It's not about the corporation. It's about, can the man or woman do your hair? And this lady does amazing with my hair. I give her pictures. She morphs them together. She even asked to look at the pictures later on if she forgets something. And we always come out spot on. So, let's talk about the products that I got today for like nothing. So, TGF, since Christmas really, at Christmas they had all the bedhead products were $10.95 a piece. Even the ones that normally cost $30, they were all $10.95. I racked up on some hair supplies. Not for stocking stuffers or to give to people, but because I collect hair supplies. Some people collect cologne or makeup or lipstick. I collect hair supplies. So, how did this work today? So, the Mess Around, which is a Redken product. I got this, which is, I paid $19.29 for this, and it was clearanced. And I got the spray clay, this one, for free. And it is $18.95. So I saved 20 bucks here. Then Regis was having a deal, and it was buy one, get one half off. So I paid, what did I pay? I paid for the whipped wax. I paid $12.99 for the whipped wax. And I got the dry shampoo that was $14.99 for free. Or maybe that was the other way around. $14.99. I think she did it wrong on the computer because I'm looking at my total. She made a boo-boo. It's only $2 difference. But anyways, these products normally would have cost around 80 bucks with tax. I got them for 32. When I say there's a sale, even if you don't get your haircut there, if you got a tiff with TGF hair cutters, whatever, go get the damn products. There's nothing like them. I'm a huge bedhead person, or if I'm not, like I own just about everything bedhead. But I also like to stock up on my professional products because I like putting nice stuff in my hair. So I use Wella or Regis, and I'm going to try this Redken, I think it's a pomade, disrupting creamy paste. We're going to try that today. Just because I feel like having fun. So and on this one, I already have the texturing spray wax, which is phenomenal. Me and my son love the spray wax. So spray clay, shit, give it to me. I think I go in there just for the products, and I really don't need a hairdo, but I go in there for some products. And then they have this whipped wax. Any kind of defining waxes or pomades, I'm all about. All about. Dry shampoo that I normally use, people ask me all the time, because I don't wash my hair that often. Because my hairstyle looks better when it's funky. Like on day 3 or 4, it looks amazing. That doesn't mean I don't shower for those many days. It just means I don't wash my hair. And the way that my hair starts looking awesome is Batiste. It comes in different colors. So of course I have the Divine Dark. So I'm not running around looking like I got white powder sprayed all over my head. And today I took a shower, so if you want, you can watch my videos. And on day 4, my hair is going to be the bomb. And then I cry because I have to wash it and start all over. All right, so got some dry shampoo, Regis, got some free whipping wax, and I got some, me and Draven loved the sprayed wax, so we're going to play with the spray clay. And where's the other thing I bought? Oh, okay. Mess Around. This is Disturbing Paste from Redken. All right. So before I start putting stuff for my hair on my hands, let's go ahead and start letting my pores minimize. So my daughter introduced me to, the Pore Fessional. And I normally use this and low for minimizing my pores. And it also takes away a little bit of the redness. But this right here, like when I went to go pick her up, we were at the hotel, she was like, Mom, try this. And I love trying new things. When I put it on my face and like stared in the mirror, I literally watched my pores close up. It was insane, and I was sold. I'm going to move the comments out of the way. All right, so I don't use a lot. We just want the pores closed. I'm going to take my rings off here in a minute. I don't want gunk on them. And I had to go get my nails done with shellac because I was running out of time when I went a couple of weeks ago. So I just told the lady, shellac on my toes all the time. But I just told her to put just regular polish on my fingernails. Chipped like in 2 hours. So I finally went to go get it done. I don't want to crease my hair, so I'm going to pull it back out. Okay. We got the straightener. All right, so I'm going to take my rings off. To the person who asked me where I got the rings. Yes, this one has green in it. I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, there you go. This one has green in it. This one is just, it's a pewter color, if you know what pewter looks like. And this one here is black and pewter and black. It's very old-fashioned looking, and they're amazing. And I got them from Paparazzi, not because I love paparazzi, but because I lost one of those. So we have these little kind of like fantasy football things that we do, and the person that I needed to buy from sells paparazzi. Never heard of it. Got some cool stuff from it, and I love the rings. So, where do I want to begin? I've got my pores closed. We're going to let my hair sit for a little while. And I am going to prime my face. First, I want to use this. All right, so I order a lot of different stuff. People are starting to send stuff to me via my YouTube channel, which is awesome. And the companies are reaching out to me really via Instagram. They want to send me stuff, products to try. And so I will use a little bit of this on here. And then I will go over to Instagram and do a whole thing about it. So, Morphe, which I'm pretty sure y'all have all seen that palette that I bought that I'm obsessed with, the 35B, and it's called the Blast palette. 18 amazing colors for $24 or $23. So they sent me an eyelid primer. We're going to try that today. let's see what we're working with. All right, so you open it up and you take away all the light. Here we go. And I usually build a lot on my eyes because they're so small. I have to do things to make them appear bigger than they really are. So a very good eye primer is key. With Limelight, our concealers already have eye primer in them because most people are concealing their eyes. We're not trying to trick anybody here. All right. So I didn't use it all, so I'm going to close it back up because I really need to do this on Instagram. That's how it works. When I got asked to do FabFitFun, I was like, what? What? Me? What the hell did I do? It's almost like, you know, I love what I do. I don't know how I got to this point, and I still do wine and still teach wine and all that fun stuff, but like, how did I get to this point where I'm like, girl, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, like, I want everything. So, while all of that's going on, I always put the products in my hair, and then I take them off at the end, and it's a big old voila moment. I'm gonna take this clearance sticker off because it's driving me crazy. And I'm sorry if I'm out of breath, y'all. What do I want to put in my hair? I got so much really cool stuff. Oh, this smells sexy. My blood pressure is still really low. So my breathing is a little off. All right, so this is it's from Redken, and it's called Disturbing Cream Paste. And that's exactly what it is. It's creamy. It doesn't come out the side. I'm going to do like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. And I'm just going to rub this in between my fingers. And I'm going to use this to pump up the back of my hair. Man, this stuff smells awesome. Want that on top. Okay, this part comes here. Who did you get your hair done by? There's an Asian lady that works here in Kingwood at TGF Hair Cutters on Kingwood Drive who does my hair. She knows my name, but it's easier if you go in there with a picture. If you send me a private message, and I will send you the pictures that I gave her. So my hair cut is inspired by a character on the L Word, Shane McCutcheon, everybody's favorite. Kate Monig wears her hair like this still in real life. She's on Ray Donovan right now. Some show called Ray Donovan. Paul watches it, I don't. I usually watch documentaries or stuff that I can learn from, or mindless just whatever television. Whether it be Kardashians, housewives of everywhere. Alright, so I have the product all in my hair. And I always touch on the ends. Alright, so we look like a wannabe busted Pippi Longstocking, right? Alright, we're just gonna go like this. And for right now, we're just gonna throw it all back. The back can stay poofy all it wants, but we want all the rest of it to kind of be thrown back. The top layer of my hair, we want to boost a little this part. that out. Cut it out. So for this, I'm still going to use... No, I don't want to use that. Let's go ahead and try out the spray clay. If I can open it. Yeah, finally one with a spout. A sprayer. Oh shit, that comes out heavy. The spray wax that me and Draven got, I had to use my root shoot sprayer nozzle thingy. It didn't come with one, and I was like, what? I want to use the product. Just take one. It took us a while to figure out which one would fit, but we found one finally. All right, so we're going to let all that do what it needs to do, and it's going to volumize, and it'll do everything it needs to do. Now I'm going to find a wipe. So, as y'all know, this was Maddie's room. And then I turned it into my office. Then I'm going to have to use a Limelight one. God dang it. Then my dad moved in here. And then he was gone. And so I turned it back into my office. And we have Maddie home for 3 weeks. And which is awesome. I love when my baby's home. And she gets to see everybody and everybody's happy and it's great. Because this time she's going to Virginia. So she's not just going to be 6 hours away. Nope. So, problem with that is we're both messy. That's right. I'm messy. I'm messy with my products right now. Primarily because I need shelf space, which is happening as soon as she leaves. So we'll get that taken care of. All right. So moving right along. Tiger, no. Tiger likes to get on the bed. So if y'all saw my last live, y'all saw that there was a, oh my God, I'm so sorry moment at the eyebrow lady's place. So, my awesome eyebrows that were growing back, yeah, she kind of effed them all up. So, we're going to comb them out, shape them, whatever you can. And I'm going to spray some Limelight primer on my face. And by the way, my face looks amazing. I love the way this stuff feels. It's just feels good. During the summertime, I'll probably go through like 4 bottles. It just feels really good. It's nice and misty. It's not heavy. I cannot breathe for... The livable forest is not as cool as it sounds in the springtime because you cannot freaking breathe at all. So please excuse my sniffles. I'll just be sniffleupagus today. I am going to be working from June 2017 to March 2018. These babies are still hanging in there. They're not going to be hanging in much longer, so it's cool. But I want to do a little work with Jaclyn Hill's palette that came in while I was away. And I was so happy to come in and open that biatch up. I'm ready to play with it. So, do I have any plans for today? No. The plumber's supposed to come. That should be fun. But, if I step away, it'll be because I need to let them in. But I'm just going to do what I do. Right? Okay. So first things first, I need to get these eyebrows under control. Got all my brushes. Don't need this big poofy one, even though it feels amazing. We're not going to work with the big poofy one. Hey, Misty. Okay. So I just went and chopped all my hair off. It's doing what it needs to do right now. I got like $80 worth of products for 32 bucks. I love hair products. I think I go get my hair cut just to get the products. And this is the first time I'm on since I got out of the hospital. Hello, Catherine. And so I got some new cool palettes that came in while I was in the hospital, so I'm super excited to use them. So on my eyes, I have Morphe sent me a eye primer sample, and I'm going to be buying that primer after today if all goes well. So what your eye primer should do is allow you to build on top of, you know, one color on top of another. I usually use 3 to 4 eyeshadows. If I'm doing the clear cut, then I use 2 or 3 only. But I have really, really small eyes. So what the primer does is it allows your eyeshadow to stay in place and not crease. So at midnight, when you're drunk and you're sweaty and you're like on the dance floor, you don't have like, you can't see like where you put your, and your eyeshadow's all over the place. You don't look like whack, you know what. So I've already put the eye primer on, and I am going to actually start with these whack eyebrows. So I intentionally did not want my eyebrows to look like this. I was actually pretty sad because they had grown back in so much. And then the lady said, "Oh my God." And I was like, oh shit, I know what that means. So I'm going to use a little bit of Brow Drama. And I'm going to use the Maybelline one today. Maybelline Brow Drama. Just to get the color, just to give me some color real quick. And with the Modere that I take, let me tell you, my eyelashes and even my eyebrows, they are growing back so fast. Oh my gosh. I had way less eyebrows than this. That lady, she butchered my shit. And then, of course, she effed this one up, so she had to go try to do the same screw up on the other one. Everybody makes mistakes. It's all right. Luckily, if you're good with makeup, you know how to fix it. All right. Next, I'm going to go in. Where's my spray bottle? I like using my sample one over my regular one. So I like to use wet brushes. And I always spray them with the setting spray so that it's there, it's in place, it's not going anywhere, I don't have to worry about it. And the reason I like to use wet brushes is it makes the products more pliable. And it also allows you to build on top, and you can move stuff wherever you want to without it getting too funky. All right, so, of course, our brush number, I believe this is 14, from our classified collection, Limelight. They were smart. They figured you might want to have to do something with your eyebrows, so it's double-sided. You have the brush, very, very thin brush on this side, spoolie on the other. So, we're going to spray this with some finishing spray. Shake it off, shake it off. And we're going to go, I always use La Vida Mocha. That is the name of the shade that I use. Very, very thin, light hair strokes. And I'm just trying to fill in where this lady jacked me up. And I was so happy I finally had eyebrows. So now I'm going to have to, I think I'm just going to get them threaded around the sides, like when they start getting bushy, like around where your eyebrows don't need to be. And let my actual eyebrows grow. And you just go around the brow line. where your brow bone is. That's a good base. And then you just, with very, very light hair strokes, fill in the rest. But y'all, if y'all don't take Modere, let me tell you, I've had the 2 biggest holes in my eyebrows since chemo circa 2016. And eyelashes super, 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 super short. And my hair thin as F, didn't want to grow. And when it did grow, it just broke off all the time. Not the case. Modere restores everything. And the lady did my eyebrows 2 weeks ago, and they're already growing back. So that's good. All right, so think about that. Next, I'm going to put some concealer under my eye. I already have primer on my eye, and I want to just work with that primer because I want to see if the product does what it says it's going to do. So, excuse me, in the meantime, I'm going to take some primer and put it underneath my eye. And I like to cut right here. And I take this all the way up to the waterline. And then I cut right here. Let me get closer so y'all can see what I'm doing. My socialite has disappeared. But I won one from Limelight this month, along with my Reiki mirror, rose gold. I cannot wait until that is in my office. And so I have really little eyes, right? So I like to, my face is dry. I like to do the cutting right here in the crease on the inside. And it just makes my eye appear bigger than it is. Okay. My birthday weekend is coming up. And hopefully, well, I already bought myself tickets to go see Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, which is awesome. But for $225, I can meet Marilyn Manson and hang out with him before the show. And I am rooting for that. I could buy myself, but that's no fun. So, I'm really hoping that the husband pulls it out. Marilyn Manson has saved me from a lot of things in life. And, I know it sounds crazy, but oh my God, Marilyn Manson? Gotta understand my life and where I've been and the roads I've walked to understand why Marilyn Manson. And you'll get to read about it in my book whenever I feel like finishing the damn thing. It would help if I would not be in the hospital. People thought that writing in the hospital would be a really good idea. I don't even sleep in the hospital. Like, people don't let you do nothing in there. Alright. I'm going to put a lighter color here in a minute. But I'm just putting this color because it makes my eyes appear a lot bigger than they are. Got that all down. And then I'm just going to take this. Make sure it's blended in really well. I keep going side to side because I have the comments off. Man, the freaking pollen is real in this place. My face is a little dry right there, so I am actually going to put, ow, if I can reach it, I'm so short, some Skin Therapist. Just a little, I know it's my sample bottle, but it's the closest thing I could get to. My real bottle is in my bathroom in my vanity. So the Skin Therapist, I'm going to put that right over where I put my pore closer. My, what's it called? Pore Fessional. That stuff is genius. Alright. So some days my skin is super shiny and some days it's not. It's called combo skin. It's called old age. It's called a lot of things. It's called annoying is what it is to me. And clean my brush. Usually I wind up doing this on my clothes. It doesn't turn out very well for my clothes. So, got my wipe. Try to get as much of this color off as possible because I'm going to be going in with a lighter color later on. So whenever I was at the Air Force Base, y'all got to see me take pictures of my clean cut that I did, just effing around, showing Maddie. She had asked about it, and I was like, super easy to do. Like, surprised she hasn't seen videos on it yet, which she had, but I don't know. I guess because I do makeup like every single day, and on the base, it's just not something she does anymore. It's easy for me. So, I got a lot of requests and they wanted to know when they saw my pictures, hey, why did you do a video on this? Like, where'd this come from? So today I will do it again. It's not something I would ever wear during the day. It's definitely something it's a dramatic effect. You do it at night. I mean, you could wear it during the day if you want to, but it's a bit extra. And I mean, that's cool. If you want to be extra, that's cool. But it is a bit extra, and definitely something you do for the evening, or if you're going on a date, or whatever. It's for evening wear. We'll leave it at that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my blender full. So I have a client, I'm not going to say her name, but she wanted to know why she wasn't getting the coverage that she wanted. First of all, you have to understand Limelight's color. You need to understand color theory to begin with. If you're ever going to understand makeup, you need to understand color theory. And what colors and undertones cover what on somebody's face. For example, because I have rosacea and lupus and all this other crazy gooply goop, and I don't sleep very often, and I don't sleep very well when I do sleep, my eyes tend to be a little bit more bluish or purplish, just because I'm tired all the time. And my cheeks always tend to be a little bit more red, because of my rosacea. So I need 2 different concealers to cover that up. I need one that's yellow or green undertone to cover up the red. And then I would need something that's a little bit more red undertone for the blue and the black. So that was the first thing. She was missing one of the concealers, which we happen to be sold out of right now, but I had an extra one in stock, so I just sent that out yesterday. So that fixes one of her problems. But the other problem was she didn't feel like she was getting full coverage from Limelight's foundation. And I asked her, what are you using to put on the foundation? She's using a brush. You can use brushes to put on foundation. I prefer fluffy ones. Not even, well, you can use this one. I actually like to use this if I'm going to use it. This bad boy right here is perfect for our foundations. It gives you that barely there, no makeup look. It is very transparent, and it's barely enough to give you just a little bit of coverage, to have that Beyonce I woke up like this look, okay? So if you want full coverage and you want to get the full effect of the makeup, then you need to have your blender full, or your beauty blender, or whatever it is you use. Make sure it's wet. Oh, I cannot breathe. Lord, help me. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Oprah. Help me, Tom Cruise. You can tell I've been in the hospital. They had Talladega Nights. All kinds of old stuff on. I love that movie, though. And you're going to press this in. Press, 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 press. And today, I have been using Gina Beige. I am actually using the one that is perfect for my complexion, which is Chanteau 1. The reason I use the Gina Beige is because I usually, if I contour, which I will do a little today, I use cream. I use foundation or concealer. I don't like using powdered contours. So with the Gina Beige, remember we've already done our eyebrows, so I don't want to F that up. It's a lighter color. It doesn't look like I'm Casper, but it allows me to build with the darker colors and do the contour and all of that stuff with the darker colors without it looking redonkulous. All right, we want to look like we took our time and knew what we were doing instead of taking our time and effing everything up, right? Right. And I'm just going to pat over what I've already done here. So the first initial concealer that I put on was just to cover up the darkness of my eyes. So already you can see the difference. We have smooth, poreless, nice, smooth skin. Over here, we've got some rosacea going on. My pores are closed because of the Pore Fessional, which I think I'm gonna add that to my will and testament. And whoever does my makeup, you must put this on my skin. I think that's gonna be that's gonna have to be an addendum that I add to my already written will and testament. All right, almost done. And like I said, I've had this in June, so I'm like having to dig out of here. But $34, and I've had the foundation since June. Are you kidding me? You know how many Lancomes or Estee Lauders or Macs I'd have to buy in that amount of time? 3. And they don't cost $36. They're $34, however much these cost. I always forget and give y'all my price. as opposed to what it actually really costs. We're going to get right up in here. And that Pore Fessional makes your face so silky smooth. Look at them nice gray eyes. I want to leave that contour, what's it called? Concealer right there in my eye. The inside of my lid. Get out of there. Alright, so why are you doing that to your mouth? Because we're working with a blank canvas. That's why. And I always just go over everything, even though it's blended well already. I just go over it to make sure there's no streaks. Because nobody likes a streaky face, right? And then I'm going to go over it with our pressed powder. Alright, so everything is even. Yes, my face is dry. That's fine. I'm going to cover all of that up anyway. Alright, so everything's good there. Maddie, everything's good there. Now, the next thing we are going to do is put the pressed powder, and then I'm going to put the concealer on my eye. That is, there's two ways to do the cut. One is you can have the concealer already on your eye and work around it, which is very hard to do. I'm going to do it today just to show you. But typically, you can put the concealer on your eye. Put the concealer on your eyelid, and even if you get some fallout inside the concealer, you can always just go back and add more concealer at the end. There are people that just leave that part of the eye, whichever part of the eyelid they want cut, they leave it undone and don't touch it. Put on whatever eyeshadow they want and whatever eyeliner they want, and then they go in and they put in the concealer afterwards. I do a combination of both, but today I'm going to show y'all, if you have a steady hand, the easiest way to do this. Alright, so my face and my lips are all matted now. Okay, and not matted like a doll, matted like they should be. Right. Alright, next we're going to close this bad boy up and we're going to bust out Concealer 00. This is the lightest concealer that we have, and it is perfect for doing cuts and not cutting on your skin, okay? We're cutting our eyes today. Bom bom. So you do need a couple of eye brushes to do this. If you don't have a full brush set, I'm going to show you the ones that you need. Definitely need foundation brush. Concealer brush. You can use that one, or you can use something like this, just as long as it's thin and flat, right? But I prefer that you use this one. This one's going to be better for you. This fluffy one, this is our number 7. It's fluffy, but it's still thin. And then you need a fluffy, poofy one. And your choice of either the dome brush, which doing a cut, you're messing with your dome, but I will tell you from experience, just doing different looks, the dome brush is too fat. So I actually prefer the angled brush to get in there, and you can actually do designs and do shit with it where, you know, with the dome brush, it's just like blotting on your eyes. So it's just a matter of what look you're going for, what you want, and all that jazz. And then, so you could get away with using these four: the angled brush, the poofy brush, number 7, which is just a regular lid brush, and the concealer brush. Or you can even go one step further if you're going to add some dramatic effect like I do underneath, and use this one as well. But these 4 will get you there. This will make it look better. Okay? All right. Let's start digging in. So we're going to start with the foundation, the concealer brush again. I'm going to warm the concealer up because my house is cold AF. And I'm just going to put this right over. We've already used the Morphe primer, right? So this should go on like butter, and it does. And when I tell y'all this feels so creamy, it feels so creamy. I will be ordering the Morphe primer today after we get off of this video. It's $10 too, y'all. Y'all can't beat that. $10 to make me holler? I'm about it. I'm all about it. Alright, so now we're just going to go in there with the brush and define where we want this cut, right? And we're going to drag it out some. All right. And then that will just go in there and clean up. Alright, and we'll do the same on the other side. Of course, one eye always does way better than the other. That's annoying. Again, we're going to drag this out. Pull it down, drag it out. And you don't have to pull your whole eyes like back so far. Just pull it a little taut. You'll be fine. I'm going to add just a little bit more to this eye just because it doesn't look even to me. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And so right now I'm already telling myself where I want the cut to be, right? We're already doing this ahead of time. If you have a steady hand and you're messing with some good professional products, you don't have to worry about fallout. If you're messing with products that have fallout and are super pigmented, make sure that you're tapping that excess off so you can save yourself a lot of cleanup at the end, right? The point is not to have to do any cleanup, right? We don't want to do that. Nobody got time for that. We do not have time for that. All right. So that is that, right? And it doesn't matter if it's even or not up here because we're just going to go up there and put another concealer anyway. So it doesn't matter. The main thing is to make sure that we have it even on here in the crease. And I have little eyes, so I don't have to go very far. All right, Jack. I was so happy to have her home, waiting for me. I felt really loved. All right, so. If you don't follow this chick, you probably are not learning much about makeup. I love her. I love her. I love her. Manny, he's amazing. I love his cut videos because he uses a lot of red, which I adore. My favorite color. The other Morphe palette I have has an amazing red color in it as well. Okay. Super sexy, super clean. Super, super sexy, super clean. If you're coming in, I'm opening. Aw. So when you open the palette, it says, this palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers. That's sexy and nice. So, this is Jaclyn Hill's palette. And I like that on the back, she has all of the colors. All their names. Because people always ask me when they go back and watch the videos, or they just see my look, because I always do pictures of my look for the day. What colors are you wearing? Who are you wearing? I don't know. I don't research that stuff. I barely have time to come in here and put on my makeup, and I don't have time to be looking up all these questions. All right, so we're going to dig right in. So with my flat brush, it's flat, and it's not poofy. Not supposed to be. So I'll put them side by side so you can see. One's poofy, and the other one's kind of flat. There. With the flat one, we're going to start. So you want to start with your lightest and work towards your darkest color. So I'm going to throw on a very, very light, transparent shade. It's a backdrop. We're just going to throw it on. All right. And for that, let's see what colors we want to work with today. All right, let's work with these three colors. I'm digging, am I doing it right? Yes, these three right here. This one, and this one. Okay, and so that is Silky Cream, Pooter, and Hilster. That's what we're gonna do. So my backdrop, shake off the excess, y'all. Limelight, you don't have any fallout, but with other people's palettes, you are going to have fallout, and you don't want it. Oh, crap. One thing I forgot to do. Sorry. Backtrack. After you're done putting on your concealer, go over it with pressed powder, just so it sets. You don't have to do it right this second, but it saves you a lot of trouble later on. Doing a cut takes long enough. You don't need any extra nonsense. Okay. Now let's go in. I need to add music for y'all. Because I get in the zone and I have songs going off in my head. Right now in my head, I'm listening to Tiesto's Rocky mix. And it sounds really cool. And I wish y'all could hear it with me. And we're just pressing this in, right? Press and drag. Now, keep in mind, you're remembering where your crease is, right? Because we don't want to go back and have to do all this hoopla. Do it right the first time. And y'all, this takes a long time to learn how to do. I think I was stuck on cut tutorials for like 2 weeks. Because I was just like, it's not working. It's not working. All right. So we have that, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to use that color as, because it just happens to be a shimmery color, I'm going to use that in the corners, but we're going to do that later. So now, with my poofy brush, I'm going to go on to the next color. Now this is where they start getting darker, so very pigmented, you want to shake it off. Because we're going to do the cut, but we don't want to have to go back and clean, right? We don't want to have to go back and go clean everything up. And sometimes it doesn't clean as easy as you would like it to. Jacqueline's got some nice pigment going on here. Not a lot of fallout at all. I don't feel like I'm wasting away my money, my whole $23. So that shows you her pigment. Oh, that guinea pig. Turbo. I think Turbo just wants to come live with me. Turbo is Cordelia's guinea pig. And we want to pull this out some. Just like we did the concealer, pull it out. It doesn't have to make sense to you now, just do it. Pull it out. Pull it out. All right, right now we're going to take our blending brush and we're just going to buff this out a little before we go on to the next color. And I like to pick this up. Same with the other side. And if you F up and you get eyeshadow in your concealer, it's fine. You can go back at the end and do it. Oh, that primer is life right now. Morphe primer, eye primer, you just won yourself a customer. So real quick, we'll grab the concealer brush and we're just gonna go in there and make sure that we're letting it know who's boss. Real quick. All right. So, got that going. Now you're going to take the angled brush and you're going to take that dark color, and I mean, you're going to be light with this. Like a thief in the night light. Even that's too much. Wipe some off. And I only go from here to here. Here, so y'all can see. Alright, from there to there. Now we'll come over here and do the same thing, and then we'll blend it out. Alright. Again, I'm doing for people with small eyes. If you have large eyes, you can go to town. You can do all kinds of colors. For we people with little bitty eyes, the halfway point really works in our favor. And as you're blending this, pull it up closer to your brow bone. pull it up and out, up and out. Same way we put our makeup on, our shadow on. Same way we want to blend up and out, right? All right, so just grab it and pull it up and out. Keeping that cut right at the bottom. All right, concealer. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the concealer. I'm gonna come back in here. Right. And it's just super creamy, and we're gonna drag it out. Where the hell's the plumber at, man? Lady was supposed to come yesterday. And she was like, well, I figured you wouldn't want the plumbing fixed as soon as you got out of the hospital. I wanted it fixed before I went to the hospital. I love people's, excuse me. I love when people are like super considerate and all that stuff. But sometimes it's just flat out annoying. Like, I kind of want my plumbing to work. I don't want to come home from the hospital and have all these issues. All right, so we're gonna go over this with a little highlight powder just to set it all. And we're gonna grab that foundation brush again. Concealer. I keep saying foundation. I normally do this with foundations, but for a more dramatic effect, you can always, of course, use your concealer. And we are going to cut the top as well. Right on the brow line. And this one, you don't want to be as dramatic, you just want it to be there. So blend it out. Pull it out. Get out of there. Remember, this is also our magic eraser, so if there's something that's somewhere you don't want it to be, take it out. You don't have to start all over. If you screw up, you can always fix it. Unless you're working with black and then you got it all over your face, I might not be able to help you. We're going to pull it out. Alright, I promise I'm going to bring music next time. Make sure it's even. Alright. So, we have our eyes set. Now remember, way back when, in the beginning of this, I told y'all I really liked the shimmery color that we started off with. So I'm going to take that shimmery color and I am going to apply it right here. right in the corner. Just gonna take that shimmer and cut the cut with the shimmer. And you can move it around, it's fine. All right. Make sure you get it right there, and definitely right here at the cut. At the opening of the cut, the mouth, if you will, of the cut. And then of course right here. All right, we're gonna blend. And you're blending right in between the two cuts that we've made. And I always drag it down in the mid, in the bottom, right in the crease. All right, and I'm gonna take the angled brush, and I'm just gonna emphasize the cut at the top with a little sparkle, just a little sparkle. All right, so that is that. Now we're gonna add our eyeliner. Goodbye, Jacqueline, just for today. Just for today. Just for today. Again, palette I worked out of, Jaclyn Hill, Morphe. Y'all, these things, you get 18 colors for 23 bucks. Buy them. They're amazing. I love working with them. They're super, super pigmented. There's a little bit of fallout, not enough to like be like, oh my god, she bought that shit at Walmart. No, it's not like that at all. So good stuff. Next, I'm gonna grab the Blast, right? Color Burst, sorry, from Morphe, because there's a color in there that I'm going to use that I'm obsessed with. I should probably just buy the single of the color because I love it that much. Who's on here? Hey, Julie. Sorry, I had the comments out of the way so I could work. Today we're just doing clean cuts, cut clears, whatever you want to call it. Clean cut is what Aveda told me to call it, so that's what we're going to call it. All right, and I was working for my Jaclyn Hill palette, and right now, so I have Morphe. They sent me samples of their eye primer. Buying it, it's $10, sold. It's even more creamy than my Limelight concealer, which I used. This white on my eye is Limelight concealer. The Morphe, the primer that's under it is super smooth. Super smooth. And if my hair looks funny, it's because I just went and got it all cut off. And I'm letting it, I've got product in it and I'm letting it set, and then I'm going to pull it out at the end, like I normally do. All right. I like to keep the brushes neat and clean. All right, moving on. Okay, so The other brush that I told y'all we were going to need, especially if you follow me and you see how dramatic I always do my eyes, this guy right here. So, working with this Morphe palette, again, these palettes are $23, y'all. $23. They're amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. And I am going to come in here with a burnt orange because it's kind of what I was working with up top, right? I like working with the different colors. With my eyes being gray now, I can play with so many different colors. I love it. I wish they would do Lasix and let you put on, like, put your, whatever, however they do it. Lasix, isn't it like a contact they put inside your eyeball that you don't have to take out? But make it colored. If there's colored Lasix out there and I just don't know about it, somebody tell me. All right, where's my perfect? So, Limelight Perfect Liner. We want to do a thin line. Again, I have a soundtrack going off in my mind. Next time I'll bring music for y'all, because I'm having fun in my mind. And I want to drag that out just a smidge, just like so. All right. All right. This side is always harder to do on the phone. Let's just do it like this. Bring it out just a little. All right. Are they even? Heck no, they never are. We'll just fill that in. Okay. So they're as even as they're possibly going to get. All right, and we're gonna go back with this one. Gonna reset it. And we're gonna come underneath this burnt orange with some black. And I wanna go under. I like that. All right. So I went under with that one. Okie dokie. And with the dome brush, I'm going to reinforce this up here. There we go. And you can do different shapes. Sometimes I do swirl, sometimes I do a more boxier look. But today we're just waving it out. Over, up and down, upside down U, right? Okay, so we are done with Morph. I will pull Morphe out just for one color if I need to. And that's exactly what I did. I wanted the burnt orange out of there to go with the four colors that I had, or the three colors I had blended on top. I knew that burnt orange would look really, really good with what I had already done. So I pull it out. Yes, I'm that nerd who keeps my stuff packaged, but it keeps it safe. Like, I mean, makeup is an investment. Even though they're only $23, they're damn good products. Like, you should feel ashamed of yourself if you just break everything. All right, so now we're going to do some mascara. And of course, I'm using Limelight's Perfect Mascara. It is a 3D fiber mascara, no fallout, no clumping. It's waterproof, smudge-proof. After it dries, people, don't be smartasses. Don't put it on and then rub your finger and be like, it smudges. It didn't dry, okay? It did not dry. Give it time to dry, okay? Don't be a moron. Same thing with our Perfect Liner. Give it time to dry. It's obviously going to smudge if it's wet, goofballs. And my eyelashes are coming back because of the Modere products that I'm taking, which I love. It does take a little bit to get into the routine of taking the supplements and making sure that I don't leave the house without taking my tablespoons of the refrigerated products and all this jazz. But when you start feeling how you feel, like I did in the hospital, I couldn't have my refrigerated items with me. So I didn't have my BioCell. I didn't have my trim. I didn't have my liquid minerals or my aloe vera. I felt very sluggish. I'm trying to be as up close and personal today so y'all can see. No clumping. And normally if I was going out somewhere, I would definitely put on my eyelashes, and it just takes the cut look to a whole nother level. I mean, it makes every look way much better, but I'm out of glue. That's the only reason I'm not playing with them. And I did not think to stop at Walgreens while I was out getting my hair did. All right. So we have all this. What are we going to do with this face? Because my face looks pretty plain, right? Yep. It does. It's okay. Y'all can tell me. All right. So this is blush number 1. Limelight blush number 1. It's never been used. I just got it. Don't ask me what took me so long to get it. I don't know. Apple of your cheek. And drag it up. Remember, we don't want any straight lines. We're just going to make that go in there. All the way to the hairline. All the way to the hairline. I gotta go make my shake in a minute. It's 2 o'clock. All right, so that's that. And where is my darker concealer? Concealer full. Here we go. So again, I don't like to contour with powder. I prefer cream. I actually have some cool cream stuff coming in. So I'm going to be using concealer 4. It's dirty. Very dirty little. Oh. Again, my house is freezing cold, so I got to warm it up. All right. So from here, just going to draw a straight line. All right? Because we're crazy. We crazy like that. And so now all the haters can see the before and after effects of when I actually do contour my face. Right. I'm only going to do this top part right here because I just want to narrow it out just a little. Yeah, whenever you're contouring, especially when you're doing the bottom of your neck, my hair looks like a freaking cockatoo right now. If you're wearing a light blouse or you're wearing the clothes that you're going to wear whenever you're going out, be very careful. I need to put a disclaimer. I am not responsible for you being ding dong and putting on your doing all of your contouring before you put, like, while your blouse is on. I'm wearing a whatever shirt, so it's whatever, right? Not gonna bother me one way or another. All right. And so we're just gonna blend this in, and it gives me a nice glow. Love it. All right. Or this one, I'm gonna come in here with this one. Oh, there we go. I like that better. Boom. All right, back to my favorite brush. There's a hair on my face. I just got my hair cut, so it's not unusual to have hair anywhere. It's not how the song goes, I know. Please don't correct me. Just being goofy. I'm that Jack Hole that takes a shower and then goes and gets a haircut. I'm that guy. Drag, 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 drag. And lastly, we want to put some color. Angled brush. What the flex? Oh, here it is. Angled brush, pressed powder. I'm gonna go right here. Yes, honey. We don't want to look like we've been partying in the club. We just want a little bitty sparkle. All right. And what does my hair look like? It looks like genius. So remember, I pumped the top of my hair up. I got it cut a lot shorter, and like it's like gone in the back. I pumped it up a lot in the beginning. So at the end, all I have to do is run my fingers through it. My bangs are cut. And then we're just going to add some lip color. And I'm going to put some little stuff on the ends of my hair. And we'll be done. And so, as you can see, that was one way to cut. It's the one way that I like to do it because it's less work. If you put the concealer or primer, whatever you're using, a lot of people use foundations. I don't prefer foundations because foundations are meant to blend into your skin. The concealer, you can just get it to sit right on top and it cuts really well. You can do it at the end, but then you have to like go into the design of your eyeshadow for that day, and it can be a pain in the ass. If you do it from the beginning and you just have a real steady hand and you take 2 hours like I did, it comes out a lot nicer. And from the side, it's pretty. From every side, it's pretty. So, I'm going to throw some color on these lips real quick. So, I'm going to go with a more nude lip. So, of course, I'm using Limelight number 2. Enduring Liner, which happens to be my favorite. They're so creamy, oh my god. All right. And what color do we want to go with today? Where am I? Here they are. Thought I lost my colors. All right, so I am actually going to do a little, macaroon. Can I find macaroon? Where is macaroon? Well, maybe it got put somewhere. I gotta find my macaroon. That's one of my favorites. All right, we're gonna do a little macaroon. I mean, not macaroon. Creme brulee with a little bit of. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Believe. All right, these two. I know I'm crazy. I'm wacky. It's okay. Definitely get in those corners. And these enduring lip colors, as you know, they last forever. They are our lip stain. I need to go find macaroon though, because it's one of my favorites. I don't want to buy another one. And next I'm using Believe. It's a lip gloss. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Dot, dot, dot. On the corners. get in there. All right. Last but not least, we spray our face. Maybe somebody will find somewhere to take me. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and be on bed rest like I'm supposed to be. All right. Hair's done. Makeup's done. Loving my hair. Loving, loving, loving my hair. On the ends, to make them a little bit more punkish, I'm going to get my wax, which I've been using for, I don't know, since I was like a teenager. Pull out my wax, my waxy glue stick. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna run it through the ends of my hair. And then I pump it up a little up there. But my hair is soft, you can run your fingers through it. It's just hair products. You can have the ugliest haircut in the world, and if you have the right products, you can work that shit. You can work it out. Back's good, the front's good, I'm good. I love you all. I'm the Mystic Maven, Teresa De Leon. If y'all have any questions about any of the products I've used or any of the techniques I've used today, you know where to find me. I love you all. I'll see y'all later.